everyone, Vanessa. This is my part of the response for week 4 discussion. And our question is hindsight. If on the first day of the course you knew what you know now, if you knew what you know now, what would your team do differently? And honestly, I've thought about it, and I really don't think that any of us would have really done anything different, because the whole point of becoming a team and growing as a team is, just it's pretty much what we did. You have the forming and where we all come together and we all get to know each other. I really don't think that there is anything that we could have done differently. Maybe, spend a little more time on a couple of assignments and look a little more in depth and put a little bit more time into them. But as far as getting everything accomplished, I think we all did it pretty well. Maybe have a few more meetings, more frequent meetings, instead of having 2-3 times a week. We could have like a small, like we read, a 10-minute session every day to go over and talk about things and keep everyone up to date. So I really don't think that we could have done anything differently, because that's just part of becoming a team. Is you have to go through all these hurdles and stuff in order to grow, and you learn to collaborate with one another. You learn everyone's in and outs, what ticks them off, what doesn't tick them off, how they think. It's all part of the general psychology of it too. You have to mentally prepare yourself and train yourself and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that that's pretty much it.
Hi, this is Elias Jones, and this is part of the Hypersonic Studios response video. The question that was asked to the team is, if on the first day of this course you knew what you know now, what would your team do differently? The team would probably do everything almost exactly the same as it did. There may only be a couple changes. We would immediately have made some means of reliable communication instead of waiting a couple of days and trying to figure out as we did before. We should make a schedule of all meetings we want to hold during the month and then change them if needed due to any unforeseen circumstances. Overall, we did great as a team. We collaborated very well by letting everyone share their ideas out in the open to the entire team, and then we decided on a specific idea with a vote or conglomerated them into one whole idea. We helped each other when we asked for help, and we were very understanding of each other and promoted high morale by encouragement and compliments. We worked as a team and finished all of the assignments. Work was divided up between each member so that nobody overworked themselves, and we always had help if we needed it. We took breaks during the meetings so we didn't get overworked, and it cleared out our minds for a bit. This course is a great start for every member on any team to learn great team building skills and be better prepared for what is to come in the future, and our team definitely worked hard at doing this. This was the best team experience, and hopefully every other member feels the same and will continue to work just as hard with future teams and other designs that they will work on. Thank you for listening and watching my video.
Hi, this is James Zarok of Hypersonic Studios. The question that we are supposed to respond to is, in hindsight, do we think we would have done anything different? And thinking about it, I'm not sure that we would have. Knowing now, if we knew then what we know now, we would have had the benefit of being able to streamline everything and get things done sooner and more efficiently. I think we would have come together much more efficiently in the end. Of course, you always have the hang-up of the original, oh, well, we don't know each other and we need to break the communication barrier where we get to know each other and we learn how to communicate with each other in the most efficient way. And whenever a team comes together, regardless of what knowledge they bring to the team, there's always going to be that barrier to get over, and it has to be done. That really has to be done first. So, with that, even with that included, I still think things would have gone smoother. It would have gone faster. But different, I'm not sure anything different would have been done. I felt that our methods were solid. We had our mistakes, but nothing anybody turns out is ever going to be 100% perfect. There are always going to be mistakes. And I don't even think we had that many overall that was going to hinder our project in any way. So I think even knowing now, even then, if we knew what we know now, we would have been doing things pretty much the same way. I don't see any reason to do it differently. It just would have happened faster. We would have had a better knowledge, better base, and that's all I got.
On this topic is, if on the first day of the course you knew what you know now, would your team do anything differently? If our team had known what we do now on the first day of class, we would do a couple of things differently. The first would be to stop an error before it became a problem. During the second week of the class, we did an assignment wrong. The assignment was to create a flowchart of the game's mechanics to show how the game worked. We read the instructions and determined that we were supposed to create a flowchart of how our team was organized. We spent the week working on each member's specific roles and responsibilities rather than how the gameplay worked. This is something that our team would do differently. We would read each assignment carefully, and if there was a section in the assignment's description that we did not understand, we would ask questions about it, so we would not make the mistake, and we would be able to complete the assignment correctly. The only other thing I can see is spending more time on each assignment, editing them to ensure that there are no errors. We learned this after the first week's assignment had been graded, and all of the mistakes were simple things like spelling and grammar that we had overlooked. Other than those two things, I believe that the team did a great job working together. There were not any internal problems that hampered our team, everyone stayed calm at meetings, and everyone completed their part of the work on time. When there were situations where a member could not come to a meeting, no one had any problem with it, and everyone stayed informed on the progress at all times. So the only two things that would change would be to proofread all assignments before we turn them in, and understand the assignments before we begin to keep from wasting time, to ensure that all assignments would be done correctly.
Hi, how you guys doing? The question is, if I knew on the first day of this course what I knew now, what would I do differently? Well, what I'd do differently won't be much because Team Hypersonic performed beautifully. We got together, we gelled together, everything was streamlined, all our assignments were done on time. The only thing that I would change would be we will create a more substantial charter, meaning that we will implement more assignments based criteria. What I mean by that is that the assignments will be broken down into a better understanding for each lead. Not that we didn't understand what each lead responsibility was, but the team charter would have implemented that the teams could be broken down into sub-teams. I think that could help a team in the communication and creation process. Basically, that's the only thing that I would change. Team Hypersonic performed beautifully. We gelled as a team. Communication was beautiful. Thank you very much for your time. I would also like to add that that it was a pleasure working with my team members. Everybody was top notch. Everybody, did a great job. Again, thank you for everything. Team building is a great tool to have under your belt. It's good if you want to become a team lead. This is a course that I would agree that everybody should take. Again, thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. And thank you